Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel today. Today, we're diving into a controversial and very important topic, Kash Patel's nomination as FBI director. The move has sparked a lot of debate, so let's break it all down. Who Kash Patel is, why he's been picked for this title, and my personal take and our personal take on what this could mean for the future of the FBI and the country. Grab a drink, because this one's a deep dive. So tell me, Jordan, who is Kash Patel?
Well, let's start with Patel's background. Kash Patel is a lawyer and government official with experience in both the Department of Justice and the Trump administration. He first gained attention while working under Representative Devin Nunes on the House Intelligence Committee. Patel helped create the controversial Nunes memo, which aimed to discredit the FBI's Russia investigation, also known as Russian interference in the 2016 U.S. election. Later, he served in the Trump administration as a member of the National Security Council and eventually as chief to staff to acting Defense Secretary Christopher Miller.
In neither case was he in charge of a directorate during my tenure as National Security Advisor or thereafter, as he contends in his memoir and elsewhere. He reported to senior directors in both cases and had defined responsibilities. His puffery was characteristic of the resume inflation we had detected when Trump pressed him on us.
During his time there, Patel was involved in key events like the Mar-a-Lago classified documents situation and was interviewed by the January 6th committee. But Patel's career hasn't been without controversy. Critics say he exaggerated his role in certain investigations, like the Benghazi case, where he claimed to be the lead prosecutor, but was reportedly a junior staff member. This has raised questions about his qualifications to lead the FBI.
We found he had exaggerated his role in cases he worked on as a Justice Department lawyer before joining Mr. Nunes' committee staff. Given the sensitivity of the NSC's responsibilities, problems of credibility or reliability would ordinarily disqualify any job applicant.
So you also might be wondering, why would Kash Patel be nominated by Trump for FBI director? Can you tell us more about that, JT?
The answer is pretty simple. One word, loyalty. Patel has been one of Trump's most faithful allies, even after leaving the administration. He's publicly criticized the FBI, particularly for its handling of the Russia investigation and the search of Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence.
There is no choice in this election. The government gangsters and the fake news media are coming for our constitutional republic. They have used their unconstitutional means and their two-tier system of justice and the deep state.
He's even proposed turning the FBI's headquarters into a museum of the deep state. Patel aligns with Trump's vision of overhauling federal agencies, especially the FBI and Department of Justice. He's a vocal advocate for rooting out what he sees as political bias within these organizations. In this book, Government Gangsters, Patel argues that the Department of Justice and FBI are corrupt, protecting Democrats while targeting Republicans. This fits neatly into Trump's agenda of draining the swamp. But Patel's nomination isn't just about ideology, it's also strategic. Trump sees Patel as someone who will help him reshape the FBI into an agency more aligned with his vision. One that's tough on leakers, critical of the media, and willing to pursue political opponents. Still, this nomination won't come without a fight. Experts predict a heated confirmation battle in the Senate where Democrats are likely to oppose him outright, and even some Republicans may demand Patel prove he's up to the job. So why now? Why is Patel's nomination happening at this particular moment?
Well, it's no secret that Trump has been frustrated with the current FBI director, Christopher Wray, especially after the FBI's investigations into Russian interference and the Mar-a-Lago search. This is Trump's chance to install someone he trusts to carry out his vision. Patel's nomination also reflects broader political tensions in the country. We're in a time when federal agencies like the FBI and the Department of Justice are increasingly seen as partisan battlegrounds. Patel's outspoken criticism of the deep state and its proposals to prosecute journalists who've allegedly lied or interfered in elections play directly into these divisions.
But here's where it gets tricky. Critics argue that Patel's views could undermine the FBI's mission. Instead of focusing on national security and law enforcement, Patel's approach seems aimed at rooting out Trump's political enemies. That's a pretty dramatic shift from what the FBI has traditionally been about.
I think Mr. Patel, he has an interesting background. He's worked in some areas where he had exposure to intelligence community business. He worked at the Office of the Director of National Intelligence at the Department of Defense. He's worked with the National Security Council. I used to go to all those kind of meetings, so I know he has a generally good background on what type of threat environment, emerging and current.
So what's our take on all this? Based on everything we've read, I believe Kash Patel is not qualified to be the next FBI director. Here's why.
First, his career doesn't demonstrate the level of experience or impartiality we need in such a critical role. The FBI isn't just another federal agency. It's the backbone of our law enforcement and national security efforts. Second, Patel's openly partisan views and his willingness to dismantle the FBI's current structure could erode public trust in the agency. If the FBI becomes seen as a tool for political retribution, its ability to function effectively will be compromised. Finally, while we understand the need for reforms in federal agencies, Patel's proposals, like turning the FBI into a museum of the deep state, feel more like political theater than practical solutions.
Now I get it. Some people see Patel as a breath of fresh air, someone who will challenge the status quo. But to me, the risks far outweigh the potential benefits. His nomination raises serious questions about the future of the FBI and whether it can remain an independent, nonpartisan institution. Whether or not Kash Patel is confirmed as FBI director, this nomination highlights the growing divide in how we view our federal institutions. It's up to all of us to stay informed, ask tough questions, and hold leaders accountable. So what do you think? Is Patel the right person to lead the FBI, or is this a step in the wrong direction? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives in today's most important topics. See you next time.